All right, guys. So we're going to take our data from the dirty diapers in a week. And remember, over here in our first column is our days of the week. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And in the second column, we have how many dirty diapers were changed each day of the week. So, for example, if I went to Wednesday, I could see that I changed six dirty diapers, or on Saturday, I changed five dirty diapers. Now, hopefully, you notice that Friday is a big time outlier. 35 is way different than the rest of these numbers. Therefore, we do have an outlier in our data. Now, one thing we're going to do is we're going to practice finding the mean, the median, the mode, and the range, but we're going to do that right in the spreadsheet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here just to get it out of the way, and I'm going to write mean, median, mode, and range. Now, we're going to put the values right next to it in this next column in E. So we're going to start off, let's start off with the mean. Now, when you put in an equation into either Google Sheets or Microsoft Excel, you always have to start with the equals button. So I'm going to put equals. Now, after you put the equals button, it's starting your equation. It's going to start calculating based upon what you want it to do. Now, remember, we have the mean, but another name for the mean is the average. So I'm going to start typing in the word average. And you'll notice if you start typing it, you can type the whole word, but you don't have to because it's right here on the top. I'm going to click on average. And then I just have to tell the computer, well, what do you want to take the average of? Well, I want to take the average of all of these numbers over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight all of these numbers, and it's going to find the average for me of all of these numbers by just pressing enter. And it tells me that the average is 10. Now, if you were to go through and add all of those numbers in column B up, so add all these up and divide by 7 because there's 7 days, you would get 10, which tells me the average. All right. Second, we're going to do the median. Again, you're always going to start with the equal sign. This time, because it's the median, we're going to type in the word median. You'll see again that it comes up right here. We're going to press median. And then again, we wanted to tell it what we want to take the median of. Well, we want to take the median of all of these numbers. Now remember, because there's 7 numbers, there actually will be one in the middle. Press enter. It tells me that the median is 6. Again, if I had gone through and I had put all of these numbers in order from smallest to biggest, and then found the number in the middle, that number we would get would be 6. All right. Next, we're going to do the mode. So I'm going to write equals. I'm going to start typing the word mode, and you'll see here it says most commonly occurring value in a data set. I'm going to press the mode. Now, this one's going to be kind of interesting because you'll notice that actually in this case, if you look at our data, none of these numbers occur more than once. So we get this error. That's because actually in this case, and we'll put it over here, there is no mode. Because if you look at our data, there's no number that occurs more than once. All right. The toughest one is probably the range because there's not actually a function just for the range. So we got to know what is the range. Well, remember, the range is like taking the biggest number in your data set and subtracting away the smallest number. So we have 2 options. We can either use option A. We can press equals. Another name for the biggest number in your data set is the number that is maximum value, which is going to be this. So the max. Hold on. Start that one over. So the max, we want this. Okay. And what we would do is we would go over and say, well, which one of these? Pick out the maximum. Put a parenthesis to close that off. And I'm going to subtract away the minimum. Here. I'm going to say, well, what is the minimum value here? And that's going to give me 32. Now, what it actually did was it subtracted 35 and 3. A second way to go through to find the range that a lot of people find easier is you could just press equals. You could go over here and say, well, which one of these is the biggest? 35. Press minus. And then which one is the smallest? 3. And you're still going to get 32. So to go back, just to remind you what to do here. For the mean, you're always going to type in equals, and you're going to start typing the word average. Always work for the mean. For median, you're going to write equals and then median. For mode, equals and then mode. And I showed you two different ways that you can find the range. You can either use maximum and minimum and subtract those, or you can just find what is the biggest number minus what is the smallest number. Now, I want you guys to practice doing this in a spreadsheet. And actually, you can just put, after you have made a spreadsheet for the Excel spreadsheet on brushing your teeth, I want you to put your answers over here, and I want you to let the computer do that calculating for you, and then make sure that you turn that assignment in Google Classroom with your calculated values. So definitely give that a shot, and let's see if we can make it work.